My name is Serenity. I want to tell you my story. It is not a happy story at first, but it is my story. It is important to me. I had a simple life. I liked my life very much. I lived in a small house. My husband lived there too. His name was Lucas. I loved him more than anything in the world. He had a kind smile. His eyes were warm. When he laughed, I felt happy. I felt safe with him. We met at school. He was smart and funny. He told me I was beautiful. No one ever told me that before. We got married after 2 years. Our wedding was small. Only our family came. A few friends came too. It was a perfect day. I thought our life would be perfect forever. I had a sister. Her name was Valentina. She was my younger sister. We grew up together in a small town. We shared a room. We shared our clothes. We told each other all our secrets. She was my best friend. Not just my sister. My very best friend. When I was sad, she made me laugh. When she was scared, I held her hand. We said we would always help each other. Always. I believed that. I believed it with all my heart. After Lucas and I got married, Valentina moved to our city. I was so happy. My husband and my sister were in the same place. My whole world was here with me. Valentina did not have many friends in the new city. She came to our house a lot. I liked that very much. The three of us were like a small, happy family. We watched movies together. We cooked dinner together. We talked and laughed. Lucas helped Valentina with many things. He fixed her car when it was broken. He helped her find a job. I thought he was just being nice. I thought he was a good brother. I thought they were just friends. I was happy they liked each other. It made my life feel complete. But then things started to change. It was slow. So slow that I did not see it at first. Valentina came to visit when I was not home. She brought Lucas lunch at his office. Lucas started talking about her all the time. He said Valentina was funny. He said Valentina was smart. I would smile when he talked about her. But inside me, a small, cold feeling started to grow. It was a tiny feeling. I told myself I was being silly. He loved me. Valentina was my sister. They were family. It was normal for them to be friends. One day, it was my birthday. Lucas gave me a beautiful silver necklace. It had a small heart on it. I loved it so much. I wore it every day. It made me feel special. A week later, Valentina came over for dinner. She was wearing a new necklace. It was also silver. It also had a heart, but her heart was bigger. It had a small diamond on it. It was more beautiful than mine. My heart felt strange when I saw it. That is a beautiful necklace, Valentina, I said. My voice was quiet. Oh, this, she said. She touched the heart. I saw it in a shop. I had to buy it. We have the same taste, Serenity. She smiled. It was a big, bright smile. Lucas looked at her. He smiled too. I looked at my small heart necklace. It did not feel so special anymore. I told myself it was just a necklace. It did not mean anything. I was being jealous. It was a bad feeling. I did not want to be a jealous person. Then Lucas started working late. He said there was a big project at his company. He was very tired when he came home. Sometimes he fell asleep on the sofa. I put a blanket on him. I kissed his head. I felt sorry for him. He was working so hard for us. One night, he was very late. It was past midnight. I was worried. I called his office. A man answered the phone. His voice was sleepy. "Hello?" he said. "Hello? Is Lucas there?" "Lucas Miller?" I asked. "No, lady. Everyone went home hours ago." "The office is empty," he said. My hands started to shake. "Oh, okay. Thank you." I hung up the phone. My heart was beating so fast. Where was he? An hour later, Lucas came home. He looked tired. "Hi, honey," he said. He tried to kiss me. I moved away. "Where were you, Lucas?" "I called your office. They said you left hours ago." He did not look at me. He put his bag on a chair. "Oh, I went for a drink with my boss. We needed to talk about the project. I am sorry I did not call. My phone died." He showed me his black phone screen. I wanted to believe him. I needed to believe him, but something felt wrong. He smelled nice. He smelled like flowers. It was perfume. It was not my perfume. I knew that smell. It was Valentina's favorite perfume. My whole body felt cold. "You smell like flowers," I said. He looked at me. "My boss is a woman," he said quickly. "She wears perfume." He went into the bedroom. He closed the door. I stood in the living room for a long time. The house was so quiet. I felt so alone. The next week, I tried to forget. I told myself I was crazy. I was making stories in my head. I loved Lucas. He loved me. My sister was my best friend. Everything was fine. I decided to be a better wife. I decided to be a better sister. I would not be suspicious. I would trust them. I tried to talk to Valentina. We went for coffee one afternoon, just the two of us, like old times. I wanted to feel close to her again. "You and Lucas spend a lot of time together," I said. I tried to make it sound happy. She drank her coffee. She did not look at me. "Well, yes. He helps me a lot. He is like a brother to me, you know." "I know," I said. "It is just sometimes I feel a little left out." The words were hard to say. I felt so silly. Valentina laughed. It was a loud laugh. Some people in the coffee shop looked at us. "Oh, Serenity, do not be silly. You are his wife. You are the most important person in his life. I am just your little sister. He helps me because you want him to. We are family." She reached across the table. She held my hand. Her hand was warm. "Do not ever think like that. We both love you so much." I looked at her face. She looked so honest. She looked so caring. I felt ashamed. She was right. I was being silly. I was letting my fear make problems. I held her hand tight. "You are right. I am sorry." "It is okay," she said. She smiled again. "Now tell me about your work. Anything new?" We talked for another hour. It felt normal. It felt good. I went home feeling much better. I felt lighter. I decided to trust them completely. A month later, Our wedding day was coming, our 5-year wedding day. It was a special day. I wanted to do something nice. I wanted to do something romantic. I planned a surprise trip to the mountains. There was a small house there by a lake. It was beautiful. I booked it for the weekend. I was so excited. I thought about us walking by the lake. I thought about holding hands, just the two of us. On Thursday evening, I told him, "I have a surprise for you," I said. My eyes were shining. "What is it?" he asked. He looked up from his phone. "I booked a trip for our wedding day. We are going to a house in the mountains for the whole weekend." He put his phone down. He did not look excited. He looked worried. "Oh, honey, that is so sweet. But I cannot go." My smile went away. "What? Why not?" "I have to work. That big project. We have a deadline. I have to work all weekend. I am so sorry, Serenity. I really am." He looked sad. He looked sorry. I felt so disappointed. It was so strong I could not breathe. "You have to work on our wedding day?" My voice was small. "I know it is terrible. I hate it. But my boss said it is very important. We will celebrate next weekend. I promise we will do something amazing." He came and hugged me. I stood there in his arms. But I felt nothing. I just felt empty. I canceled the trip. I was so sad. The next day was Friday. I left work early. I just wanted to go home and sleep. I did not want to think about my sad, lonely weekend. On my way home, my friend called me. Her name is Kate. "Serenity, are you okay?" "You sound sad," she said. "I am fine. Just tired. Lucas has to work all weekend. Our trip is canceled." There was silence on the phone. "He is working? Are you sure?" Kate asked. Her voice was strange. "Yes. He has a big project." "Why?" "Well," she started. She sounded nervous. "I am in that little town near the mountains, the one with all the old shops. I came here for the day. I think I just saw Lucas." My heart stopped. "What? No, that is not possible. He is at work. I am sure it was him, Serenity. He was with a woman. They were going into that nice restaurant by the river. They were laughing. They were holding hands. My blood ran cold. A woman? What did she look like?" I whispered. I already knew the answer. I did not want to hear it, but I had to know. Kate was quiet for a moment. Serenity, she had long blonde hair. She was wearing a red dress. "I am so sorry, but I think it was Valentina." The phone fell from my hand. It hit the floor of my car. I could not hear anything. I could not see anything. There was just a loud noise in my ears. My sister, my husband, holding hands, in the town near the house I booked for us. It was not a work project. It was a lie. Everything was a lie. I do not know how I drove home. My hands were shaking. My eyes were full of tears. When I got home, the house was empty. Of course it was empty. They were together. I walked through the rooms. Our living room with our wedding photos on the wall. Our kitchen where we cooked together. Every part of the house was a memory. And every memory was a lie. I could not stay there. I got back in my car. I drove to my parents' house. It was 2 hours away. I did not call them. I just drove. I cried the whole way. I cried for my broken heart. I cried for my lost trust. I cried for the sister I thought I had. I cried for the husband I thought I knew. I stayed with my parents for 2 days. I did not answer my phone. Lucas called me again and again. Valentina called me too. I did not want to talk to them. I did not know what to say. My mother held me while I cried. My father made me soup. They did not ask many questions. They just saw my pain. On Sunday night, I knew I had to go back. I had to face them. I had to know the truth. I drove back to my house, my home. It did not feel like home anymore. When I walked in, Lucas was sitting on the sofa. He looked terrible. He had not shaved. His eyes were red. He jumped up when he saw me. "Serenity, oh my God, I was so worried. Where have you been?" He tried to hug me. I pushed him away. "Do not touch me," I said. My voice was cold. It did not sound like my voice. "I know, Lucas. I know about you and Valentina." His face went pale. He opened his mouth, but no words came out. He just looked at me. "My friend saw you," I said, "in the mountain town, holding her hand. Was that a work project, Lucas? Was Valentina your boss?" He finally spoke. His voice was very quiet. "Serenity, it is not what you think. It is not what I think." I started to laugh. It was a crazy sound. "You lied to me. You canceled our trip to be with my sister. What am I supposed to think?" "I love you," he said. The words hit me like a slap. "No," I said. I shook my head. "No, you do not. You do not lie to someone you love. You do not hurt someone you love. Not like this." The tears started to fall again. I could not stop them. "How long, Lucas? How long has this been happening?" He looked at the floor. He could not look at me. "A few months," he whispered. "A few months. The late nights, the perfume, the necklace. It all made sense now. It was all real. I was not crazy." My heart broke into a million pieces. "Get out," I said. "What?" He looked up. He was shocked. "Get your things and get out of my house. I want you to leave. Now." He started to cry. "Serenity, please. We can fix this. I made a mistake. A terrible mistake." "A mistake?" I screamed. "This was not a mistake. This was a choice. You chose to hurt me. You chose her. So now you can go to her. Get out." He saw the look in my eyes. He knew I was serious. He slowly went to our bedroom. Our bedroom. The thought made me feel sick. He packed a bag. He did not say anything else. When he walked to the door, he stopped. He looked at me one last time. "I am so sorry, Serenity," he said. Then he left. I heard the door close. I was alone. The next day, Valentina came. I saw her car outside. I did not want to see her. I did not want to talk to her. But I knew I had to. I opened the door before she could knock. She stood there. She looked like she had been crying too. "Serenity," she started. "Why?" I asked. It was the only word I could say. "Why, Valentina? You are my sister. my best friend. I loved you. I trusted you. I know, she said. Tears ran down her face. I love you too. I never wanted to hurt you. You never wanted to hurt me? I asked. My voice got louder. You slept with my husband. You lied to my face for months. How is that not hurting me? I do not know what happened, she cried. It just happened. We started talking. We became close. I was lonely. He was so kind to me. One thing led to another. It was wrong. I know it was wrong, but I could not stop it. You could not stop it? I said. I shook my head. You could have stopped it at any time. You could have thought about me, your sister, but you did not. You only thought about yourself. I am so sorry, she cried. Please forgive me. I cannot lose you, Serenity. I looked at her. I looked at her crying face. She was my little sister. I had protected her my whole life. I had loved her my whole life. But the person in front of me was a stranger. I did not know her. You already lost me, I said quietly. You lost me the day you chose my husband over me. I do not have a sister anymore. Please leave. I closed the door. I sat down on the floor. I heard her crying outside for a long time. Then I heard her car drive away. The house was silent again. The two people I loved most in the world were gone. They had taken my heart with them. The weeks after that were dark. They were empty. I felt like a ghost in my own house. Every corner had a memory that hurt. I took down all the pictures, the wedding photos, the pictures of me and Valentina as children. I put them in a box. I hid it in the attic. I could not look at them. I did not eat much. I did not sleep much. I went to work, but I did not talk to anyone. I just did my job and came home. My friend Kate called me every day. She brought me food. She made me talk. She was a good friend. She showed me that not everyone leaves. Slowly, very slowly, things started to change. One morning I woke up. The sun was shining. I opened the window. I felt the fresh air on my face. For the first time in a long time, I did not cry. It was a small thing, but it felt big. I started to do things for myself. I started taking long walks in the park. I watched the birds. I watched the children playing. I started to notice the world around me again. I started reading books. I got lost in other people's stories. It helped me forget my own for a little while. I decided to change my house. I painted the walls a new color, a bright, happy yellow. I bought new curtains. I moved the furniture. I wanted it to be my space, not our space, just mine. It started to feel like home again. My home. I learned a lot about myself during that time. I learned that I was stronger than I thought. The pain was big, but I was bigger. I learned that I could be alone. I did not need a husband to be happy. I did not need a sister to be complete. I just needed myself. It was a hard lesson, a very painful lesson, but it was an important one. I learned to listen to my feelings. That small, cold feeling I had at the beginning, it was trying to tell me something. I did not listen then, but I will always listen now. I learned to trust myself. It has been a year now. I still have sad days. I still miss the family I thought I had. But the sad days are fewer. The good days are more. I am starting to feel happy again. It is a different kind of happiness. It is quite happy. A strong happiness. It comes from inside me. I do not know what happened to Lucas and Valentina. I heard they moved to another city together. I hope they are happy, but it is not my story anymore. My story is about me. It is about a woman who lost everything. Then she found herself. One morning, I was drinking coffee in my kitchen. The sun came through the window. It made everything warm and bright. I looked around my house, my yellow walls, my new curtains. My books are on the table. Everything was mine. I chose it all. I smiled. It was a real smile, not a fake one. I had not smiled like that in a very long time. That day, I decided to do something new. I walked to the flower shop in town. The old man there was very kind. His name was Mr. Green. "Good morning," he said. "What can I help you with today?" "I want flowers for my house," I said. "Something bright, something happy." He smiled. "I have just the thing." He showed me yellow flowers. They were like little suns. "These are sunflowers," he said. "They always face the light." "They are perfect," I said. I bought 6 sunflowers. I carried them home. I put them in a blue vase. I placed the vase on my kitchen table. The flowers made the whole room feel alive. That evening, Kate came to visit. She saw the flowers right away. "Oh, Serenity, they are beautiful," she said. "I bought them today," I said. "I wanted something bright in here." Kate looked at me. Her eyes were soft. "You look different," she said. "You look lighter." "I feel lighter," I said. "Like a heavy coat has come off my shoulders." We sat at my table. We drank tea and looked at the sunflowers. Kate told me about her day. I told her about mine. It felt normal. It felt good. "Serenity," Kate said quietly. "I am proud of you." "Why?" I asked. "You did not let them break you. You are still here. You are still you." I thought about her words. "I am not the same person I was before," I said. "No," Kate said. "You are stronger now." That night, after Kate left, I sat in my living room. I looked at the empty wall, the place where our wedding photo used to hang. For the first time, I did not feel sad when I looked there. I felt nothing, and nothing felt good. The next week, something happened. I was at the grocery store. I was buying apples. I heard a voice behind me. "Serenity?" I turned around. It was an old friend from school. Her name was Quinn. I had not seen her in years. "Quinn," I said, "how are you?" "I am good," she said. "How are you?" "I heard about, Lucas and your sister." My face got warm. People in town knew my story. I felt embarrassed. "I am okay," I said quietly. Quinn looked at me. Her eyes were kind. "You look good, Serenity. You look healthy." "Thank you," I said. "Listen," Quinn said. "I teach art classes at the community center on Thursday evenings. You should come. You always loved to draw when we were young." I had forgotten about that. In school, I loved art class. I loved drawing flowers and trees. I loved mixing colors. I do not know, I said. It has been so long. That does not matter, Quinn said. Art is like riding a bike. You never really forget. Think about it, okay? That evening, I sat in my yellow kitchen. I thought about Quinn's words. I thought about drawing again. The idea made me feel excited. It was a feeling I had not had in a long time. The next Thursday, I went to the community center. My hands were shaking when I walked in. There were 8 other people there. They all looked friendly. Quinn smiled when she saw me. Serenity, I am so happy you came. She gave me paper and colors. Just draw whatever you feel, she said. I looked at the blank paper. I did not know what to draw. Then I thought about my sunflowers. I started to draw yellow circles. I added green stems. I added leaves. It felt good to move my hand across the paper. It felt good to make something beautiful. For 2 hours, I forgot about everything else. I just drew. When class ended, Quinn looked at my drawing. This is wonderful, Serenity. You have a real gift. I looked at my sunflowers on the paper. They were not perfect, but they were mine. I made them. Can I take it home? I asked. Of course, Quinn said. It is yours. At home, I put the drawing on my refrigerator. Every time I looked at it, I felt proud. I had made something good. I went to art class every Thursday. I drew flowers. I drew trees. I drew the birds from the park. Each drawing was better than the last. Each drawing made me feel more like myself. One evening, after art class, I was walking home. The air was cool. The stars were bright. I felt peaceful. Then I saw them, Lucas and Valentina. They were walking toward me on the sidewalk. They had not seen me yet. My heart started beating fast. I wanted to turn around. I wanted to run away, but I did not. I kept walking. Lucas saw me first. His face went white. Valentina looked scared. They stopped walking. I stopped too. We stood there, on the sidewalk, 3 people who used to be a family. Now we were strangers. Hello, Serenity, Lucas said quietly. Hello, I said. My voice was calm. I was surprised by how calm I sounded. How are you? Valentina asked. Her voice was very small. I am good, I said, and I meant it. I was good. Valentina looked like she wanted to say more, but no words came out. I am glad you are well, Lucas said. Thank you, I said. We stood there for another moment. Then I started walking again. I walked past them. I did not look back. When I got home, I sat on my sofa. I waited to feel sad. I waited to feel angry. But I did not feel those things. I felt calm. I felt free. I had seen them. They were part of my past. But they were not part of my present. They were not part of my future. That night, I called my parents. I had not talked to them in a few weeks. Hello, sweetheart, my mother said. How are you? I am good, Mom. Really good. You sound different, she said. You sound happy. I am happy, I said. I saw Lucas and Valentina today. Oh, honey, how do you feel? I feel fine, I said. I think I am ready to move on. Really move on. My mother was quiet for a moment. I am so proud of you, Serenity. The next morning, I woke up early. The sun was just coming up. I made coffee. I sat at my kitchen table with my sunflowers. I looked out the window at the world waking up. I thought about my life, the old life and the new life, the old serenity and the new serenity. I liked the new serenity better. She was stronger, she was braver, she was more herself. I opened my notebook. I started to write. I wrote about my story. I wrote about the pain. I wrote about the healing. I wrote about the sunflowers and the art classes. I wrote about finding myself again. Writing felt good. It felt like drawing. It felt like making something beautiful from something broken. That afternoon, I went to the park. I sat on my favorite bench. I watched the children play. I watched the dogs run. I watched life happening all around me. A little girl was crying. She had dropped her ice cream on the ground. Her mother was trying to comfort her. "It is okay, sweetie," the mother said. "We can get another one." "But I wanted that one." The little girl cried. I watched them walk to the ice cream truck. The little girl got a new ice cream, strawberry this time. She smiled. She forgot all about the first one. I thought about that little girl. Sometimes we lose something we love. We cry. We feel sad. But then we find something new, something different. Sometimes the new thing is even better. Life is not always easy. Sometimes people hurt you, people you love, people you trust. It is a terrible pain. Your heart will feel broken, but your heart can heal. You can heal. It takes time. It takes courage. It takes small steps. A walk in the park, a new color on the wall, a quiet moment in the Sunday art classes, sunflowers, new friends. It is okay to feel sad. It is okay to cry. It is okay to feel lost. But you must stand up again. You must keep going. You must keep growing. You can do this too. You are stronger than you think. You are a survivor. Just like me. Just like the little girl with the new ice cream. Just like the sunflowers that always face the light.